What's up, all you stars and studs? It's the 10th wonder of the world, Jake Smith.
I remembered my cue this week. I'm Joey Mayberry.
Guys, oh my god. Well, this is going to be a fun one. I could already tell. Like, Joey and I have been talking for like a half hour. And then we was like, wait, we should continue this. I don't know. Well, I think, maybe. I don't know. We like are very much like lose track of time people. So we're not good at that. Like, unhinged.
This is the worst part. The fact that we, number one, are both gossips and talkers and chitty chatty Cathy's. But number two, we have an ass ton of the same interests.
Oh, yeah. And it's getting worse though too, because like now, like I know a lot of you have been like on my case about this too. Not that I'm an avid watcher yet, but now I'm more familiar with drag world. So like Joey is so excited about this too because he was.
I literally just peed a little bit. Like I'm that excited.
Well, I got to work with the amazing Sasha Colby this week, and I was like, "This is now a Sasha Colby standing out," and Joey's like, "It should have been one."
It's Sasha Colby. That's like saying coming on here and I'm watching one of our shows and being like, "This is now a Trish Stratus stan account." Like, no.
Well, I very much get it too. Well, I was saying to Jerry before. Sorry, Jerry, you've already heard these things, but like, I think our audience will appreciate some of these things we were saying.
Yes.
Anyone who knows me knows, like, so like her performance during the show was just like her like walking around the stage looking hot, like, and she like lit up a joint. I was like, I'm a very much a fan of like, give us the bare minimum, but look hot as hell, and I will stand you. And that is like so. But she's so hot and so good.
Hot. The thing about her is she can give you what feels like the bare minimum, but it's also everything.
Yes,
everything.
I very, very much get that. Like, I was so like the song she's performed to was some like disclosure song that I was aware of because I had this album in 2013.
Was it the
it was like, let me help me lose my mind.
Okay.
It was just like something like any drag queen would not like feel like, oh, this is the song I'm gonna do. It's like I was like, huh, interesting choice, but this is everything.
Can I tell you what I want Sasha Colby to perform live in front of me at a show, and I'll give her money. I'll just give her Sports Car by Tate McRae.
Oh, how hot would she be with that?
So hot. Girl. Oh my God. Like,
so hot. I think Sasha Colby, like, that's gonna be my brand of drag queen I stand, because I love the acrobats, I love the flips, I love the girls who do the stunts and stuff like that, but I like just look hot.
Well, I understand. See, this is why I love our little dynamic here, because I'm just like, give me a funny queen, give me someone camp, give me everything.
I was like, just like, tits on fleek.
Well, you were just like, my favorite was you were like, Sasha Colby's everything, Sasha Colby's this, and I do think that, but then you were like, and then Selena S10E5 is going to show up. I was like, Selena S10E5. I love her.
Yeah, well, we'll have some more info for you guys at the end, because if you are a listener, first of all, we know we run into some of you guys at our events, and I know for a fact I'm going to run into some of you at Pride, because I'm assuming a lot of our listeners are gay. So, we'll be going.
Speaking of running into people, I want to say thank you for so this weekend was my last match at Pro Wrestling Action, and in general, and I didn't get to go out. Like, after I went through the curtain, I was just kind of like, so I was backstage, I was talking to everyone, just reminiscing, and I didn't go out and see the fans. I just didn't. Like, I was just preoccupied in my own little world. I was so focused. And I went to the after party at the Beef O'Brady's they had, and like everybody who wanted to see me came there. I had a line at the Beef O'Brady's. So thank you all from the bottom of my heart. I met so many Golden Era listeners. I met so many people. Thank you all for being there. It was so nice. And it was just like so cool to have, because people tell you they appreciate the stuff that you've done, like in little ways, but to have people come up and like really want to dive in and say like, this is a memory you made for me, or like one time I met you doing this, or I first saw you doing this, and I was like, oh, you're a wrestler, and I went and saw a show, and now I'm hooked. Um, ooh, can I share the coolest story ever though?
Please do.
So this little girl, her name is Kara. I adore her, which is also cool because that's my co-actor's name at Carowinds, but beside the point.
Oh my god,
So
love.
Kara is a big fan of mine in Florida. And she came up and she's like, was that your last match? And I was like, yeah, at least for a good long little bit, but thank you so much for coming, like nice little things. And she just looks up and goes, I was like, what's wrong? And she like wasn't saying anything. And she looks up and just goes, I wanted you to beat up Eddie Torres. And I was just like,
amazing.
and I love that. Not that you were just wanting to see me perform. You had a specific person that you wanted me specifically to beat up. Someone I've never interacted with.
I just want to see you beat this man.
Literally, it was the cutest thing because she had to be like 6 or something. Like she's very little, and I was just like, I'm so glad that I'm the person you chose as your hitman to take that man out.
So you may have retired from the ring, but you're living on in her head, beating up Eddie Torres. Like,
yep, I am. Or Taurus. Sorry, I said Taurus. It's Taurus.
Not an Eve Torres. Like
not an Eve Torres. Like Taurus. Like the astrological sign.
Like bull. Okay, got it. Okay.
Moo, motherfucker.
A funny segment, but I'll get to that later. But yeah, I mean, amazing. I mean, like, I'm so proud of you. I think it's incredible, like the impact you've had on people, and just like honestly, like putting like gay wrestling like in this such a forefront, and like coming in with a character that you've made completely your own. I know a lot of our listeners love the angle you bring to our show too, about like just like knowing what's going on in the ring, and I know that's going to take you so many places, like beyond wrestling, beyond this, like just the person you're growing into. I'm happy to see it, and I'm happy for this next chapter for you.
Bitch, sorry, I don't want to cry on the show.
Sorry. I love you. Okay. I'm so proud of you.
Luckily, I just got back from Florida like literally 45 minutes ago, so I'm still shiny from sunscreen. So you can't talk.
But let's talk about how cute the boots were Joey had. They were these amazing Converse with like rainbow flames. So hot right now. I'm obsessed. Like,
I'm obsessed with. I have to go get them fixed because they broke.
Sorry, I don't mean to laugh. That's like
no.
So
you're gonna laugh more. You ready? You ready? So they did not break in the ring.
What did they break?
I did the match. I took the shoes off. I left them in the ring. I go to the back in my sock feet, which were my little Betty Boop socks. I was so cute. But I went back to the ring, to the back. They bring me the shoes, and I'm like, okay, cool. I'll walk around because I wanted to do like the photographer wanted photos, more photos and stuff. And so I'm like, okay, hold on, let me throw my shoes on. We'll do promos and stuff. I go and I zip it. The entire zipper breaks. Just putting them back on.
Fucking kidding me.
Right? And it wasn't like crazy because like I had just gotten them. So it's like my mom and everybody around me is like, just return them. We'll go back to the store. Do you have the receipt? And I'm like, I don't want to give these away. I left them in the middle of the wrestling ring.
Yeah, these are like sentimental. Yeah, I need these.
Yeah, these stay. And they're so cute. So luckily it's just a zipper. So it's gonna be fine.
A zipper is fixable for sure. Yeah. So you'll be fine. Oh my god. Well, I forgot the second.
Also, shout out for before we go into the golden era of it all. I do have a shout out to the girl at the Converse store that I talked to because she was flirting with me, and it led to one of my favorite little off the cuff comments that I've probably ever made because I didn't think about it, and we all broke and died laughing. So it was like a couple of us, like 2 girls in the store and like me that were just chit chatting, and the one girl was just kind of like flirting with me a little bit, and then she was finally like said something. She's like, maybe you should add me on something, and I was just like, darling, I don't know if you see what shoes I'm buying, but and I was just like, you're missing a little something for me. She goes, well, I'm trans. And I just went, oh, Well, then you have too many parts for me, darling. I'm sorry. It's not. She,
Oh,
like, in a very nice way, she died. We cackled. We hugged. We're friends. We added each other, but
oh,
like,
I love
love her to
that.
death. It was so cute. It was just, I enjoyed
That's
it.
like actually hysterical. Oh my god.
I'm
Happy
like, you're
Pride Month.
gorgeous. You're wonderful. It's just not
We
for me.
stand. We stand. We stand. Oh my god, amazing. Oh, well, we love her.
I do love her.
All right, guys. Well, the time has come to get into the Golden Era podcast. And the moment, if you are fast forward through our banter, this is when you stop.
I think that laugh almost killed me. Oh my!
if you're looking for more of the reviews of the diva matches, this is it.
So let's jump into that really quick because I don't get to do it very often. This is the Golden Era podcast where Jake and I every single week will go through the Divas division, the classic Golden Era from 2001 on, and we will cover every single thing that the Divas do. But what we wanted to mention real quick is there was a YouTube comment that really just had me laughing. Like, I texted Jake about it as soon as I saw it. Is I was like, it said basically, can you do more of an in-depth analysis of the diva matches? We want to hear more about the matches. And I'm just sitting there going, okay, darling, well, you got to pick a week where there's a match. We ain't have one in a minute.
Listen, we're in the trenches here. We are getting Viscera hitting on people. We are getting bikinis, lingerie stuff, but no matches, which is ironic.
No matches.
This is wrestling.
This is wrestling at this point. And it's like, I feel like it's a generational gap because I feel like that's a younger person that's wanting to hear more about like matches and things that they don't know about. And it's like, I understand that the first wrestler you fell in love with was Sasha Banks, but she's a different era. We're the era where sometimes there's just not a woman to be on screen. You can't find them.
They would be struggling with the rosters we used to get for the video games.
Where two of the women on the roster haven't even wrestled before.
That comment made me. At some point we are going to bring in a segment to this show though too, not just for YouTube, but specifically the Instagram comments we've been getting are amazing. Unintentionally, because it is definitely heterosexual men who do not know what this show is and just see the clips we post and they're like, oh, hot girl. But the comments are the funniest thing in the world.
I can't wait.
They're so good. It is. Oh my god, my life. All right. Well, guys, this week though, speaking of life, this is actually a fun week. So buckle up.
It's a really fun week.
It's honestly a really fun week. I enjoyed watching this stuff. It is the week of May 16th, 2005, and we are kicking things off with Christy Hemme and Lita, which I was so happy to see them interact.
I know, because like Raw was all about the fact that Christy was being mentored by Lita for like a couple months, and then after WrestleMania, Lita was just like, "Well, you lost, girl. Bye." Like,
but yeah, no, it made me. It actually like for me, I'm looking at it as like Lita's little send off to her babyface run, like Christy. Because there's that transitional moment where Edge comes in too. But anyway, so Christy's in the back with Lita and she's like, wow, big night for you. Good luck. And Lita's like, I'm going to like her too. Because you got a lingerie pillow fight. And if I remember correctly, you're undefeated. You don't remember correctly because Christy lost at WrestleMania, but we won't.
I think, well, undefeated in lingerie pillow fights.
Oh, maybe. Oh, is that what she means? Okay, in that case,
maybe.
Okay,
that makes sense.
Is that a read?
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. From Lita, I think so.
Yeah.
Because even like watching her say it, I was like, darling,
girl. So, yeah, she's like, thanks. Then Edge comes over. I need to talk to you. So Lita, Christy's just like, okay, well, he's like, So, and I was just like, you tell Kane, your husband, I'm gonna beat him tonight, and then I'm gonna become world heavyweight champion. And leaves. And Lita's like, does that thing where she just gets like shifty eyed and is like,
what's but for some reason it's also really good.
yes,
like
yeah. Oh, I love when she does it.
I don't understand what it means or what's going on in her mind. Like the inner machinations of her mind are an enigma, and I love a charismatic enigma even. But like it's very interesting.
I am gonna though do a little knock. I'm gonna yell at the seamstress who made her top tonight because I think she asked for something similar to what she wore a few weeks ago, and then the neckline was just a little too high. So
Yeah.
she's like, I said plunging, not neckline, not plunge up neckline. Like, no. So
Well,
right.
yes, but also with everything that she's going to do later tonight, this is one of my
Jumping around.
favorite. Yeah, this is one of
It's
my
an
little
iconic.
favorite. Yeah, well, this is one
Yeah.
of my favorite things ever because it is Lita's top. Because I remember very vividly as a kid, like my mom pointing it out whenever Lita was walking out with Edge, and one day she was wearing a tank top, and my mom, and as she was walking behind Edge, my mom just goes, "Oh, she's gonna do something tonight," and I was like, "Why?" And she's like, "Oh, her boobs aren't out," and I was like, "That makes
Oh,
sense."
that's the tell. That's the
Yeah.
tell. Yep. All right. Well, Candice Michelle is backstage just putting on all the lotions.
All the lotions, as in the background, it's just only. It's just like,
yeah.
Poor Joy Giovanni.
Poor Joy. Poor Joy. So, all right. So it is time for a lingerie pillow fight where they have the bed in the ring, pillows everywhere. Christy's out first. She's doing this new kind of pose before she gets in the ring where she just like hikes her leg up.
Yes, but I kind of like it because she threw it down over the middle rope to get in the ring.
Okay, that part is actually cute. You're right. That is cute. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I didn't add on the end of it in my head. I was just kind of like, huh.
Yeah, I was kind of like, why didn't we do this more? I would have.
Yeah, I do like it. Yeah. Okay, that's good now. And Candice is out. And I will say, I actually, both of them, usually I'm a little nitpicky about like lingerie choices, but I think they both nailed it with their looks. I liked both.
They nailed it with the looks. The thing that caught my attention though was Candice looked incredibly awkward during her entrance, like she didn't know what to do.
She
Like
still doesn't know. She hasn't figured it out yet. Like,
yeah.
and she's had, like, I feel like we haven't seen a smooth entrance of her yet. I think she's honestly like not really sure what to do with this music.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean, it's very slow, it's very
yeah.
sultry. It's not quite what honestly I see her personality as. Like once they remixed it, you could tell she was feeling that a little bit more, you
Oh
know?
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
she hasn't done once she gets to her signature like rip open the jacket thing, she starts getting her entrance. And when even actually I do what?
It was kind of in character this weekend, kind of not. But I do the whole like flip on onto the ring
Yeah.
apron to like
Yeah.
pose, and I have a music cue for it with my theme, so I can like get on the apron, throw my leg up McCool style, and then get up, shimmy, and then burst out Candice Michelle. So I'm walking through the ring, and there's a photographer there, and he's just standing
Oh
dead center hard
no.
cam in the ring. Luckily, I'm a heel, so I'm like literally. I did a little skip in my entrance because I'm wearing Chuck Taylors. But like as I'm going around the corner, you just see me stop and go, "Move!" like really loudly.
Move it, you bitch.
Literally, like luckily I'm a heel, and I wasn't like trying to be mean, but because I was in character, but I was a little bit like, "Bro, what are you
Yeah,
doing?"
what are you
Like
doing?
the three places in a ring entrance that you do not be is dead center anywhere or near the two turnbuckles because that's where everyone poses. Like
That's so weird that they would just be there.
be there, but also like as I'm going to do my thing, just stay there.
Yeah.
Move, get out of
Move
the way.
it. Move it. Weird. Yeah, so Candice, yeah. So then the two of them take their robes off and they're both like, woo!
I'm not gonna lie, did that feel a little bit like it took forever for them to decide to take their robes off?
So long. I was like, was this supposed to be like slow and sultry, or were they like, we have some time in this segment, so make the most of it? And like, that's what they did.
I don't know, because I don't know if they were waiting for like the crowd to amp up to like want the reveal, but
Maybe
they weren't
there's
like.
I
I
don't
feel like this motion, the yeah, would have really gotten them what I think they were looking for.
or like what I would have done is like have them individually take their robes off or like help each other take their robes off. Like make it like a little like lesbian. Like
I'm so done with the forced lesbianism. No more forced lesbianism.
Spoiler, they're not. So,
They're not. Especially Candice.
not Candice. So remember sorry, we'll get to this eventually. But remember when Candice had to dance with Kelly and like it was like Kelly was still so new. So Candice was just like turning her, like and like jolting her, like bending her over, like move. Like so,
It's me this weekend. Move.
all right. So then the girls, they like Candice, and I've seen this gif of Candice, and I always wondered where it was from. And I was like, oh, it's from here. Of like her like moving her butt to go get her pillow, like in her little blue panties. And she picks it up. And then the two of them start wailing on each other. And Feathers ever stop buying these pillows.
Stop buying these, but these are really bad pillows.
These suck. Pillows ever.
Also, I just imagined being the guy at ringside with the push mop, just waiting afterwards, just being like, I hate this. This is
it's like imagine so, oh man. So then Christy, instead of capitalizing on her opponent, decides I'm gonna jump on bed.
I'm gonna jump on bed. And then the cool spot of the match happened. Which
Candice decides to kill her.
Yeah. Well, I was just kind of like, how has no one done this in one of these matches before? Yeah, that's a smart move. So Christy's jumping on the bed. Candice just picks it up and lets her topple herself to the outside.
And Christy takes a bump with it too. Like I was like, oh, okay.
She does, but then she recovers very quickly. She's like, what happened?
Yeah. Wow. So the two of them just kind of go around ringside for a little bit and then get back in the ring. Christy does her.
Oh, don't gloss over this part real quick, because there is that moment where all of a sudden Christy like pushes Candice and she like looks towards Lilian for something, and they stop moving. Both of them. They just stand there for a second. And then all of a sudden Christy goes, I'm gonna go back in the ring, and just runs back in the ring and picks up a pillow and just starts hitting her again.
I'm wondering if Lilian missed a cue.
Maybe Lilian did, or maybe there was something that was supposed to be there that she's supposed to hit him with, is what maybe. I was thinking. I don't know.
Yeah, something was amiss.
Something I kind of someone tag Christy in this. Maybe we can get a reply to figure out what happened in this match. I want to know. I'm genuinely curious.
Intrigued. So the ending comes where Christy does her little split in the corner and rolls up Candice to win. And then I actually felt like this went on for a really long time too. They just dance around the ring and like wave to the crowd for like 3 minutes. Like I was like, oh, what is going on?
And hug and all this other stuff.
They're like, wow, that was fun. Let's make more of a mess for this asshole who has to clean up the ring.
I know. Because there's feathers on the inside. They're all around ringside.
They're everywhere. Well,
but I'm gonna make a bold statement, and I feel bad saying it.
What?
Worst lingerie pillow fight in history.
Honestly, here's controversial take on this. I think the best the competitors have looked yet in one of these, worst match wise. But also keep in mind who you're putting out there. Christy, who literally just started having matches. Candice, who hasn't really, I don't think Candice has had a match yet. I think this was her first match.
No, I'm not knocking them for like not knowing how to do it, but no. It's pretty bad.
It was really bad. Yeah. The only saving grace for me to wrestling wise was that bump Christy took to the outside.
Yeah, that was cool. And then it started off with nothing. That was like a nice vertical peak. And then it just,
like I'm gonna get back in the ring.
Now I'm gonna get back. What the? I still want to know what happened, because she just.
I do too. Well, I
That might be
know,
the first time I've ever seen people just stop on
I'm
TV.
wondering if Candice forgot like what she was supposed to do, or which is possible too, because Candice hasn't, and I know it takes Candice a second to figure out the wrestling thing.
Mhm.
So I don't know. So the girls are in the ring, and then they forget what they're gonna do next again because Viscera comes out, and they just stand there and freeze again. So
Yeah,
I was like, and he takes like 2 minutes to get to the ring, and they're just like,
oh,
I was like, you can go, you can leave, you can
he's not
go.
running.
He's not.
He's
It's
not
not
going to chase you.
like, and you should like his music is not scary. You're not frozen in fear. Like so, but they just kind of stand there, and Viscera gets in the ring. Oh, ladies, Big Vis really like that sexy lingerie pillow fight. They're like, uh, uh, and he's like, it really turned Big Vis on. And Christy like actually made me laugh because she like goes cross-eyed and like like she looks like an emoji. Like,
Yeah, because I'm not gonna lie, Big Vis saying these things, it makes me squirm a good
it
amount.
it does. It truly does.
Sometimes what he says is really funny, but then the rest of it just makes me go, whoa.
And do you remember what he says that makes them actually run for the hills? I don't
No.
remember. I don't
I
either.
think he
But
just said something like that, and they were just like,
yeah, like
no.
I'm out. So he said something like, "There's plenty of Big Vis to go around," or something like that. And then they're like,
Yeah.
"No, there's not."
No.
And then Viscera's like, "You know what really turns Big Vis on is you, Lilian Garcia." And Lillian's like, "Here." She's like looking at some guy. She's like,
I don't know.
you
Is
know,
that Lilian Garcia?
I'm not Lillian. I have purple in my hair. So he's like,
My name's
I'm
Lindsay
Hannah.
now.
I'm Hannah Montana. So, and you're watching Disney Channel. So he's like, you know what I see right now, Lillian? I see you. I see me. And I see a big old plush bed in the ring.
I love that he called that little IKEA thing a plush bed.
Yeah.
Because it's not.
Like collapses.
I look, because sometimes they decorate that bed up good. For this one, they did not put the sheets all the way down, so I saw the little peg. I see that IKEA.
And he's like, Lily. So then he's like, he goes out of the ring. You know what, Lily? There's only one thing missing. But that's food. So he goes over to some like plant in the audience, but he's like, "You looking real good," and she's like, "Thanks, I just got done my shift at Walmart." And
Don't you say that about her? She worked at Kohl's.
Cole's mom. So she's like eating cotton candy. Like, actually, though, that does not even look like it's from Narita. It's like looks like she smuggled that in like a Ziploc. Like,
Kinda does. Also, I'm gonna go ahead and just put this out in the universe. I do not like cotton candy. It is,
you know, I don't either. I
uh,
I don't. I'm always perturbed by like. I mean, here's a controversial thing. I actually do like a cotton candy flavored ice cream.
that's
But
the bit. I love a cotton candy flavored lollipop.
yeah, see, like I like a cotton candy flavored item, but I don't like actual cotton candy.
See,
It is not fun to eat. It gets in my beard. It is gross. Like,
it's sticky. It's just the thing that just irks me about it is I'm just like, if I wanted to just eat sugar, I'd go eat sugar. It's kind of the same thing mentally from a like fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Very that. I'm like, this isn't. This is gross. So he's like, Big Viz, have some of your cotton candy, and then she feeds him a piece, and he takes the whole bag. Thank you. And,
which I think also, speaking of which, one of these segments today was sponsored by Juicy Drop Pop, but I don't remember which one.
Maybe it might have been. I know there was ads during Christie's because I remember like Clearasil for men.
Yeah, that was it. It was sponsored by Juicy Drop Pop. Because the thing I remembered the most about it was they were like, you can win a WWE ticket and an entire year's supply of Juicy Drop Pops. And I was like,
year?
I was like, I don't want one juicy drop off. Like, I don't want
like diabetes. like
literally. Well, I'm
like
just sitting there thinking, I'm like, could you imagine eating one juicy drop pop like a day?
I'd be not well.
No, I
Like
don't want. No.
mm-mm. So he invites Lilian into the ring, and then he's like, "Why don't you clean up these pillows?" And she does. I was like, "Is this like a Dom sub thing?
I
Like,
don't know.
what are
I'd
we
be more
watching
concerned about
here?"
the feathers, to be honest.
Yeah, he's even like, "Let me get a few of these off the bed," like, and then he's like,
Because speaking of, on the outside, he was ankle deep in feathers.
yeah, they were like, it was like walking through the snow, like,
Yeah.
trudging through. So then he sits on the bed and he's like, Lilian, why don't you make yourself comfortable? So she makes herself the most uncomfortable and sits on like the edge of the bed.
Yeah.
And he's like, Lilian, I got a surprise for you. Why don't you have some cotton candy? And like licks it.
Oh my God. I literally just threw up in my mouth a little bit because I did when I watched it too, because we all know my documented history. Wet, sticky, sweet things. Tori with your lollipop. This wet cotton candy.
And he licks it and like hands it to her too. And she eats a piece and she's like, it is good.
I love that. I did love that she kind of like folded it to make sure that like none of that piece was there.
I was like, I like how she's being smart about this. I was like, good girl. Then he's like, I got a surprise for you. Lots. So they like all of a sudden this mood lighting goes on. He's like, you like that, Lilian? Yeah, I get really turned on during the Undertaker's entrance. I love purple lighting.
Well, you know,
sexy.
Every single person in bed loves a big dong. Bong.
No, I hate you. Gross. Gross. So anyway, so he's like, I got one more surprise for you. And he takes out like a Hilton Honors room. He's like,
which is where I stayed this weekend. I'm like,
for this day. So he's like, room 469. And Lilian falls off the bed. Like, she's like, whoa.
It's interesting that the Hilton Honors had a whole room for that.
Yeah. 469.
Like, this is 469. Like,
oh, you could. No children, please don't stay here.
No children.
So, it's gonna be in the 2020 documentary. They were in room 469. Okay, this is getting gross. Gross, scary, murder. So Viscera's like, yeah, come to my room. So he leaves and he's like, I'll be waiting, Lilian.
She's like, I'm not gonna be there.
So things get more scary as we cut to Lita backstage with Kane. And Kane is like enraged about Edge confronting Lita before, and Lita's like, I don't should I even go out there with you? Like, Edge really freaked me out. And Kane's like, no, I want you to see when I beat him tonight. And I want you ringside for it when I win the title next week. That's right. And then they make out. And the last time she has to do this with him, and I'm so happy for her.
I know, because literally and we're gonna get into the segment, we're gonna talk about it, but still, I can't get behind any of this. And I couldn't as a kid either. Like, I remember not being behind it. But like, even more so as an adult, where I'm very aware of the implications and realities of what it went on. This is not it.
It's not.
It's not. This is gross. This is
mean.
Yeah, I'm like, how in the world? Like, you're gonna sit there and go up to him of all people and be like, I'm nervous around Edge. What? What did Edge do to you?
Like,
as opposed to this guy?
Not scared of you. What is someone I think definitely has like a fetish for like hot women having to make out with these like gross ass men. Like Lillian's in the storyline like this, Lita's having to do this, like Trish had
It's
to
on
do it.
SmackDown too.
Yeah, like what is going on? Who is the grosso? Like, ladies, stay away from 469 too.
It's
Like, not
Vince
no,
McMahon. Like, let's be
no.
real.
Vince is just sitting in that room, like lying down, like on the bed. That's what Lillian's gonna walk into.
Oh
Like,
no.
no. Someone find those court documents, see if room 469 is in there. So anyway, all right.
Please.
So all right, now let's cut to something fun.
Yeah.
So it's a tag team title match, and the Hurricane and Rosie come out, and they're like, "Wait!" And Stacy Keibler comes out in this amazing superhero outfit. Super Stacy is making her debut. I love about this is it kind of gives me Alicia Silverstone Batman vibes with the mask.
I was waiting. If you weren't gonna say it, I was gonna say it.
Who is underrated, and I know that movie gets shit on all the time, but it is my favorite of all the Batman movies.
I know that movie killed her career.
I know. I'm like, this movie was amazing. So fuck all y'all.
Yeah.
So
as I told Lady Freeze when I pulled her plug, this is
the one woman show. Did you know they made like really detailed figures of all of them?
Yes, and I need them, but they're expensive.
I know. I've been like waiting. I'm like, are these something I'll really want? I'm like, but I do want Alicia Silverstone and Uma Thurman's. Like, I don't really care about the rest. Or maybe like Chris O'Donnell's Robin too, but like that's all right.
I want a Chris O'Donnell made kind of like my Peacemaker John Cena because don't die Kelly, don't die Stacy Keibler. Like this is what I need him in.
Oh yeah, that part. So yeah. So anyway,
also side note, the fact that I own this figure and this is a made thing, thank you.
So yeah, but this outfit is awesome. It's very that, but and then like it's so funny though too because this also feels like a little like last minute made too because like I think it was like her black leather top and like her black shorts and then they just like glued some streamers onto
Jan probably stitched it.
It looks great. You know what? Actually, I could have sworn I saw somewhere
out there.
I could have sworn like I saw the like a while ago.
Okay,
yes, a while ago I saw it on like eBay. Yes. They were selling this outfit.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it was sold, but the thing is the streamers weren't on it. It was just like the black leather and like the wrist cuffs had like a streamer thing on it. But yeah, this outfit was for sale a while ago. I don't know if it was on eBay. Where did I see this? Super Stacy. I found it like on WorthPoint, which is like a thing of like former things that were sold online. But like, yeah, I'm so mad. I was mad I missed out on that because
I heard a rumor that might be happening on Whatnot, and I might purchase it if it's true because this came from a friend. I don't know if it's confirmed. I haven't seen her post about it, but I heard on Whatnot, Jillian might be selling the face thing.
She might be. You know, she's been selling a lot of her gear lately. Yeah. Like I could definitely see that.
And no lie, why do I want it?
Why would you not? Like there are so many like random like I have like watch alerts for like just like ring worn stuff and like sometimes I see things come up and I'm like actually like Christy's outfit from like Vengeance that's coming up was for sale and I was like, oh, do I need this? And I was like, I don't need this. Like I'm not like a diehard Christy stan. Like yeah. But like part of me was like, I need this. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. The only yeah.
But like Why do I need that? I'm kind of stuck on that. I don't know why. My brain won't let me leave that. It's like, why do you need this deformed looking mole from a lady's face back in 2003? Why do you need or 2006? Why do
Because
you need
it's
this?
history to us.
It
It is.
is.
It's like, I don't know. It's part of our life. And why are only Rosa Mendez's clothes for sale? Like,
Rosa.
I,
Rosa Mendes.
I have like the page up Val Venus's trunks if you want them to burn.
Ew.
Lana, she always has shit for sale. Okay. All right.
All right.
Okay, I'm getting distracted. All right, anyway,
Super Stacy. She's great.
so Super Stacy, she looks great. During the match, she does like a little like shakes her butt at ringside. Causes Maven and Simon Dean to get distracted and lose. And Super Stacy is now the Hurricane and Rosie's manager, and I love it.
Wrestling continuity error thing for me though is just y'all are real enamored for that girl that you were calling fat last week.
Yeah, well, but they're also kind of pretending like it's not Stacy. Like they're like it's an alter ego. Like
alter ego.
It's like a super.
She's dead to me.
So I love it. I love this new chapter for Stacy. It's short but fun.
It's fun.
It's fun. All right. So it is now time for the main event. Lita is ringside for Kane versus Edge. She's out with her crutch.
We got those pants. Thank goodness those pants are here for this.
She was like, I'm having an iconic moment tonight. I need to wear my silver pants, please.
Yes.
So she comes out with Kane, and he's facing Edge. And, lots of shots of Lita, like in the match too, like looking concerned, looking happy, looking concerned, looking happy.
Looking concerned.
And then at one point, Edge decides to use the briefcase in the match. And Lita grabs it and because Kane's going to go grab it and use it. And Lita's holding onto it. She's like, no, he's not going to use this. Edge will not use this briefcase on you. And Kane's like, yeah, good job, Lita. Yeah, briefcase. So Kane is going up to the top rope. And then I remember watching this live and being like, and I gasped because Lita slides the briefcase into the ring to Edge. And then Lita climbs up on the apron and Kane's like, wait on! Like, and she's like, I see a bug on your shoe. Like, and she's like distracting him.
I think I left the curling iron on in the dressing room. When you go check, I'll never get back there quick enough with this leg.
So then Lita hops down and Kane jumps off and Edge twirls around and nails Kane with the briefcase. And Lita runs single-legged to the other side of the ring. I was like, girl!
You made that hurt.
Although I'm pretty sure this is her last crutch. Tonight was her last moment of the crutches. So I think she's like recuperating well. Crawls into the ring to wake up the referee who was knocked out. She's like, come on. And the referee takes fucking forever to like. I'm like, girl.
Lord. I was like, how did Kane not kick out?
Yeah. So he crawls over and slowly counts to 3 and Edge wins. And Edge like looks over, is like, like to Lita. And Lita, like her smile changes from like Lita to Lita. Like,
she's a spicy Latina.
So she's got this evil smile on and she gets in the ring and instantly just her mannerisms, her everything, she snaps into this character immediately.
Good at it.
Flawless transition.
No one, watching all of this, everything that's happened since she came back from the neck injury, literally what people aren't talking about and they need to give her credit for it. That woman can act. She can.
Absolutely. She can. She pulls it off. And honestly, this is like, for me, one of my favorite periods of Lita's career that we're going to be into. I know a lot of people don't love it. I love it. It's amazing. And I think it's some of her best work. So Edge picks her up and she like throws her hair back. Like,
so good.
So good. Immediately obsessed.
Like, I love that they leave the ring together and everyone's like getting that reaction. Other little side note, is it not kind of cool seeing that Money in the Bank briefcase not be a Money in the
Oh my
Bank
god, I
briefcase?
love it so unbranded. I love it without the stupid decals. I love it not being a customized one for someone. I love it that
Mhm.
it's not being used to make more money.
Yeah.
Like, I love that it's like doing its job and just being there as a briefcase. I was like, this is so. Oh,
This is the thing
it's
we discuss as wrestling people. I love that
yeah,
it's just a briefcase.
yeah. And Lita and Edge like make out at the top of the ramp. Kane is enraged, and it's so. This is just so iconic. And this was, I think
And
this
then
was
you've
so.
got Oh, and then here's my thing. It's so iconic, but you got JR in the background like, that's a man's wife. And I want to be like, he abused her.
Like, it's like, girl, like I was like, be a supportive friend. She's leaving her abuser. Like, like,
Literally, I just look, that's a man's wife. And I'm like, did you see the wedding? It
yeah. I was
happened
like,
in front of you.
I was like, hi. Do you remember how she got pregnant? Like, it's like, girl, shut up, you dumb man. So
Yeah, I'm like, he's like, that's a man's wife. I'm like, no, he had it coming.
you should be applauding. She is leaving the man who like kept her prisoner for a year.
This
Like,
is the difference between the previous generation and this generation. We're like, good job, girl.
good,
Get him again.
good for her.
Yeah.
Good for her. So, but this was so iconic because, like, I mean, at the time too, this was one of the first big like internet wrestling stories I remember really being invested in, like with like everything
I
going
mean,
on in
same, but
Lita's.
it was
Yeah,
Lita. So
it was Lita. Yeah. So, but like the fact that they were able to take this because they really were like stuck in a corner because the crowd was against Lita. Um, and
eh,
yeah,
no, okay,
I
they booed a lot, but honestly, I think it was a very I think it tells the difference between today and back then because today if something scandalous happened like that where somebody was like cheating on someone,
mm,
I don't think that they would automatically change something that quickly. I think they would just let it blow over.
I think they would let it blow over too and like just pretend
Like it didn't
like it hasn't.
happen.
Oh, exactly. Well, like not that it's all at all the same thing because like they were separate and everything, but like remember a few years ago with like the Carmella thing and the Corey Graves thing,
Yeah.
like they started like fans like slowly started to do that, and then like a few weeks later they just forgot about it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if in this era though. Here's the thing. This isn't a knock on anyone. I don't think anyone is as big of a name as like someone like Lita, where like it could have blown over. You know, like Lita was not always women's champion, but the top star of the division, like the biggest
Yeah.
face in the division. Um, and it's kind of hard for them to bury, especially with other such big names in the story. Like the Hardy Boys are like a big deal. Edge is a huge deal being pushed to the moon. And
I guess
it
I want to
just
see like the
sucks.
modern day equivalent to it. Not that I'm ever wishing anybody any
No, no,
relationship
no,
trouble, but
no,
like
no.
what would happen today if it was like Becky and Seth?
Right. Right. Well, I think they would have ignored it. I think they would have had them address it in like a promo, like as like a one-off thing.
Nikki and John.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They just let it go away. It's fine.
Yeah.
Like
It's tough because like I think at this time too they didn't really also have the PR skills or know how to handle this kind of stuff too because wrestling is such a salacious industry to begin with
yeah.
that like, and I'm sure this isn't the first time a situation like this has happened, like, but
No.
like
Triple H
yeah,
and China.
yeah, exactly. So it's just like I don't think they knew how to deal with it, and I think just the timing. I think honestly, it's the timing of when the story came out that it came out right before Madison Square Garden when that's a rowdy crowd who's going to give it to her. I think that was the night they decided we have to turn her.
Yeah. I kind of
And
agree with that. I think if it was a different crowd, like if they were in Bumblefuck, Nebraska, I think it would have been
yeah,
fun.
yeah, exactly. Like I think it was just the audience, and that audience set the tone for how they were going to treat Lita moving forward at other shows.
Also, they're gonna treat her bad anyway with this Kane thing because no one
Exactly.
was buying that.
Oh, it
Nobody.
was terrible. But I think honestly, this was the smartest thing they could have done with her because this honestly breathed new life into her career because she was kind of in a weird spot right now, too.
Yeah.
Like, where do you go from this Kane thing? I wonder how they were going to get her out of this.
Well, where
Had,
do you go from this injury is really where they're going. You know what I mean?
right. Exactly. Like, so I think this was a good segue for her to keep her on TV.
Mhm.
Keep her make her
In
an
the main
even
event?
in the main event. Yeah, make her an even bigger star, like in main event storylines. Like I think this was amazing for her career.
Mhm.
So it sucks the circumstances that put her in it, but I love that this is how this worked out for her. I think this is awesome. And it's so fresh too, because we've only really seen Lita be this rebel baby face.
Yeah,
Like
I'm not looking forward to all the slut jokes and the
the
hoe
slut
jokes.
jokes are going to be terrible, but the stuff she's going to do that is empowering for her and the
Mhm.
looks, honey, she's going to
The
serve
looks, honey.
the
I tell you, when I say I am waiting for that Edge Matt Hardy ladder match look,
yeah.
God, I loved that look.
To be honest, this is my favorite. I know like her thong and all that other stuff is iconic, but these looks are my favorite. I love her style of this era. I think it's so hot. I think it's so good. The only thing I didn't like actually is her last match outfit. I hated that cheetah print top, but
Uh,
but everything else is so good. Oh wait, we do have to go through the bangs though.
we do have to go through the bangs.
Oh, I forgot about the bangs.
Someone cue William Hung. She bang. She bang.
So, all right. Well, let's go over to SmackDown.
Smackdown. Smackdown. I don't know.
All
Who's
right.
here? What are we doing?
All right. So Sharmell's backstage, just kind of standing between Booker T and Theodore Long, and not saying anything. And I don't know if she's going for an interview. This
She
outfit,
looked business casual. She was ready. Like when you got to be on SmackDown at 8, but manage a department store at 9. Like
very like Boscov's district manager. I was like, this is not it. So I don't know. But yeah, she doesn't really say anything. She's just standing there and Booker T's mad. He wants to wrestle.
Can you picture her coming in that outfit with like the lanyard with the name tag and the keys on it and just coming up behind the register? You put the code in, right? Okay. We're gonna take care of you, sir. Don't worry. Thanks for coming in today. How's your day been?
You have a coupon. So then we got then after that, Joy Giovanni. Oh my god, it's so good to see her. She's talking to Sharmell and she's like, thanks for looking out, Joy. I know you've been assaulted by Kurt too. So like
literally, Kurt.
Literally. Arrest this man. Stop letting him into the arenas.
Well, they like Theodore Long's like, I'm gonna make Kurt Angle apologize. And it's like
been there, didn't work. Like
didn't work. But he's like, I'm gonna make him apologize on TV. And Booker T's just like, let me fight him.
Like bitch. Like
yeah.
So then Mark Jindrak, who is gonna be Booker T's opponent, comes over to Sharmell and he's like, well, I can see why like Kurt went after you. He's got a fetish, and like Sharmell's like, what? He's like, he's got a fetish for gutter sluts. Booker T comes up, oh, what's going on here? He called me a gutter slut.
He's like, you did what? And as soon as he's like, no, I didn't. Bam. I've already clipped that out because that's going on every social I got.
He called me a gutter slut. So that was kind of a funny segment. So that was good.
God, so that was worth every part of having to sit through this storyline.
Oh yeah,
that was me a gutter
slut. So Melina is ringside for Joey Mercury and Hardcore Holly. Hardcore Holy.
Hardcore Holy.
I love what Melina.
Hey, can't you see out of all 3 cousins, he's the bottom 3?
Amazing. One thing I do love about Miss Melina is she is giving us different hair every week too. She and good looks too. Like not like
honestly the
prep.
first person or the only woman I think I've seen besides Beth Phoenix who has pulled off the forehead chain.
Yeah, I love the forehead chain on her. It's kind of giving me like before Gwen Stefani sucked. Like, right?
Oh, I won't say anything. I saw her live and she was so good. I loved her.
Oh, was she? You did tell me about that. I feel like she would be so. I didn't even know she had a new album. I feel like
but all she performed was her stuff and No Doubt stuff. I didn't hear anything new when she performed.
Oh, good. Okay, see, I'd be fine with if it was like her old stuff and No Doubt stuff. Love it. I don't like her new, but I really loved her early 2000s and No Doubt, obviously. But yeah,
I felt myself spiritually looking for you when Hey Baby came on and she was singing it. I was like, "Where's Jake?" We would be sharing this.
Oh my god, where are you? And why are the graphics not Jacqueline on the screen going like this?
Or Lita with the white letters behind her going.
Hey baby. Oh my god, it's so good. Anyway, so Melina is ringside for this matchup tonight. Joey Mercury loses. I think this is Eminem's technically first loss. Sort of.
Technically, sort of, yeah.
But yeah, that's setting up. They're setting up for a tag team match at
Is it bad? The more I look at Joey Mercury, the more I just think about the fact that he's going to get his face mutilated soon, in the future.
That's so bad when that happens. That poor guy. Oh,
I know. Speaking of which, Zoe's knee this Monday.
I didn't watch the match, but I saw pictures of that, and I was like, "Oh, that's not good."
Do you know what's not good? Apparently, from what an article that my mom was reading on the drive back, it's both legs.
Oh no!
Apparently, a knee and the opposite ankle, both turned, is what I was seeing.
Oh, that sucks. Who won that? Becky?
Rhea.
Oh. Did Becky win hers?
Roxanne.
Really? Oh, that's fun. I like that.
Oh, you haven't watched it yet?
No. I honestly
okay, hold on.
Monday.
Spoilers, everyone hold on. We're gonna talk some current wrestling real quick because this is one of my favorite things that's ever happened, and I don't know why, because I don't normally like to laugh at botches. But during the match, Lyra comes for the beatdown on Becky, which is why Becky's not in it.
Yeah.
But she grabs Becky and starts to pull her towards the ring, and you see Becky not feel what she's doing. So Becky just turns away from her hand and goes face first into the barricade.
Wait, I have to watch that. That's funny.
It was just so random looking because you can see her pulling her and she just goes, "No, bam."
I'm so bad with watching Raw lately because I forget when it was on my DVR, I'd remember I have Raw to watch, but I forget to go to Netflix all the time, and I'm
just go women's wrestlers on YouTube. They only upload women's content from all the shows. It's great.
That's so good. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's actually great because then I can fast forward the rest.
It's great.
Great. Kind of like the show. Kind
of like the show. This is what we do.
That's so great. Okay, cool. So, all right. So there's a really long. I'm gonna make this quick because I didn't realize this when I cut it because when I downloaded it, it said Sharmell was in this. Sharmell and Booker T watch the TV while Kurt Angle gives a very creepy promo.
Yeah, basically he does his apology. It seems kind of backhanded, but he doesn't say anything bad. Then Booker T and Sharmell walk off. And then Booker T comes back when he hears Kurt Angle go, "But she's a gutter slut."
Yeah,
literally.
And he kicks the TV. Blah blah blah. Gross.
Also, was that not the saddest little TV kick ever?
Yeah, I used to.
I feel like he was going for "This is Sparta," but it was more just trying to see if the pool water's warm enough.
Our TV growing up, we didn't have on anything in our playroom. It was just on the floor. It was a big TV on the floor, and I used to run across the room and do a meteora into my brother's back and push her into the TV. We were fucked up.
Childhood. No, we all did that shit. Let's be real.
Oh, so fun.
Shit like that.
I wish it would I could still wrestle with my brothers, and like no one actually gets hurt now, but we're all old. So
I got you.
Oh, we'll wrestle. It'll be fun. Wow,
Yeah,
wrestle.
Yes. Ooh, everyone start spamming companies. If you can get a company to put me and Jake across the ring from each other, I'll come out of retirement.
We're coming. The match graphic should be like us like mocking that like Trish photo shit with the water wrestle, like, like with the water.
You know what I really want? Those old school, I don't remember which Survivor series it was, but they had them in like spinning clear looking tubes.
Yep. Love that.
Yep.
Love that.
Like
I know
that.
exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's go to Judgment Day. Judgment Day! So Eminem is kicking off the pay-per-view, and Melina and is with them. And she gets to do a little promo, which I love.
That.
Me too. I was like, oh, good. I think because like maybe sometimes the pay-per-views attract a different audience, so I think they're investing a lot in Eminem, or we're planning to. So like
they put the belts on them.
Yeah, we are Eminem, and we are hotter than anyone on the red carpet in Hollywood, and we are your tag team champions. I was like, I mean, it's like not really a promo about anything, but just like a little like, hi, my name's Melina. Like,
hi, Melina.
Did its job. She looks great. Love her. She got like little pink streaks in her hair this week.
Just imagine Lilian going through her bags like, where'd they go?
Where are they, bitch? So during the match too, like Melina, she gets pulled up to the apron by Charlie Haas when she tries to distract him, and then melee ensues. She gets knocked off the apron at one point, like not hard, but like little like. But Eminem, it's delicate.
Yeah,
it's cute.
You know that it's delicate.
So Eminem wins their first pay-per-view match. Melina is all smiles, leads them to victory. So yeah, I mean, big moment for Eminem.
Big moment for them. I mean, they're on nothing but upward trajectory at this point.
They are. Eminem was so hot when they came in too. I loved it.
They were, but also you knew the team that was going to take it off of them wasn't going to be Charlie Haas and Hardcore Holy.
Oh, hell no. Well, we need like I feel like there are no other real tag teams at the moment on SmackDown. I mean, not that I know this era very well. The only one I know of coming in soon is the Dicks.
Okay, I want to cover the Dicks. Just one time.
The Dicks. We might. Who knows?
There was like 2 teams that I was just like, because this was in my peak. Like, how old was I at this point? Like 14, 15, where I was like, I'm a little invested in them, and it was the Dicks and the Heartthrobs.
Oh, I love the Heartthrobs. We do get to talk about the Heartthrobs soon because I know they have a 6-person tag. I love the Heartthrobs. The Dicks.
Little me, like looking at the screen, like, show me.
So, all right. Well, so Sharmell is in the back, and she has like a package, like a gift. She's like, baby, what did you get me? Oh, these are all sexy. And it's like all these like thongs, like
it's a bunch of thongs
with no tags on them.
Didn't somebody else just get panties with no tags? Tori did.
Yeah.
And she got it in Baghdad.
In Baghdad. In Baghdad. So, you know, the miscellaneous, like the hefty bag of thongs. And then she's like, baby, but she's like, these are sexy, but you gotta concentrate on much. How do these? What the hell? So he's like, oh, and then like she's like, oh no, and then there's like handcuffs with a little post-it that says "Cutter Slut."
Why did you put a little post-it that says "Cutter Slut"?
Cutter Slut. He's like, just right. It's like he's like, there we go.
Could you imagine like a little promo with Kurt where he just has those and he's like, oh, how'd the post-it get on these? It's supposed to go on you.
I low-key wish we got to see him rapping this. Like, got her.
You know, I wish he was funnier in this.
Yeah, I know. Because this actually could have been like salvageable if like we got to see funny stuff from Kurt, like not this like creepy whatever.
Because he's not good at it.
He apparently did an interview once saying this was his worst storyline, and I'm gonna agree. So
yeah, well, it's his worst storyline, but also like it's not him. Like when you see people playing characters, you can tell when they're really invested in it's just a part of them kind of deal when they're talking. This is not. Like it doesn't work.
This is not. It's not good. So Booker's like, I'm gonna go find him. So he leaves, and Sharmell's like waiting for him. She's like, how'd you find him? But no, it's Kurt Angle who pushes her on the couch and
covers her screaming mouth.
It's triggering and uncomfortable.
It's very triggering, but it was also like the most powerful part of this whole storyline. Yeah. Like legitimately, because like if you're gonna do it good, like make it a good storyline. This was the only part that didn't feel like it was some dude just writing this to be creepy. Like this was like the thing of like, oh, this is a creepy character and this is a threat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, this is the first time. And you didn't really get that before. And if you had made the storyline a lot subtler and made that like the climactic peak kind of deal, this would have worked. But how they did it, it's just awful. Like it's just not
so good. Yeah. But yeah, he's like, I'm gonna beat your man tonight, and then you're mine, gutter slut. Like,
very triggering, but like that sets up like realism in a story. Like I'm not sitting here.
No, yeah.
Like, but legitimately, that made me invested to want to see what she's going to do and how she's going to get her one up on him.
Exactly.
That's the big part. Like going into a room with her and her screaming like that last SmackDown, and then her having that whole thing where she's like, where he's like, yeah, she liked it. Like that was so stupid. But this little thing right here, that made it a threat, that made it a real fight to me.
And I think that's why they saved a segment like this too for the pay-per-view too, because it was so triggering and took everything to kind of a new level that like you can't have that on like UPN. like girl CWA air that like right before Seventh Heaven. Are you serious? Like
not before Seventh Heaven. God, I forgot about Seventh Heaven.
Seventh Heaven. I there's this one, I'll send you him. I forget his name off the top of my head, but I'm sure everyone's seen him. But there's this one Insta account that like recaps Seventh Heaven episodes and how like ridiculous they are, and it's so funny. Like he does it like making fun of them, like, and it's like when Jessica Biel's character is on a streak of causing chaos by stealing a glass from a restaurant, like.
Oh no!
Like so, but it's so funny. But anyway, okay, so this really like, and then like his music hits, and he literally leaves to go to the match.
Yeah, literally, there's the music. I was like, "Where's Booker?"
Yeah, where is he? So the match is going on, and Sharmell comes out in the middle of it. She's like, and she is looking all sorts of distressed and distraught, and
as she should be.
Yeah. Like, so, but she is there for her mans. So she gets involved in the match, and Kurt Angle gets the upper hand, and he is going to handcuff her in the corner.
Okay. Well, I understand, but that whole situation bothered me for one reason. And the reason being is he's doing all of that to you, and she did nothing. You didn't slap him. You didn't hit him. You at one point he had forced her down to the point where she was in the position to do the uppercut low blow. And I'm like, all of this just doesn't. This seems weird.
But here's the thing. I also think too that almost added a sense of realism to it, because at this point in this storyline, Kurt is her abuser. Sometimes you're in where she's just like frozen in fear, too.
I can get that. I don't know.
Or they wanted to really play it up to make Booker look like the hero of her. I don't know.
Well, it's just this is the thing in wrestling for me, not even just in a storyline like this, but in general. If someone's grabbing you or doing something to you, you need to at least move or
Yeah.
swat or do something that looks like you are trying not to have that happen to you.
And she's
Which,
not.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So she's not even trying to get away. And like, so Booker saves her and he gets Kurt Angle in the handcuffs in the corner. Oh
Uh-oh.
shit, man. You've done
Uh-oh,
fucked up.
Spagulio. You done made an oopsie.
So Sharmell gets some revenge and she slaps the shit out of Kurt.
Yes, she does. And
Oh,
I'm not gonna people give those little like windmill slaps and stuff like such the like down the road of like, oh, those are stupid. Those look
those hurt.
they hurt and it just looks good. Like that's what you would do, like especially in that situation, just wail on them. Like I
Yeah,
get
like
it.
she's emotional. She's a wreck. She's like just letting him. She's not thinking about like, oh, I have to articulate. Or no. She's like, no, she wants him to hurt. She's not, and then she kicks him in the balls. It's
Mhm.
it's good. And you know what? Like, I think after what we just saw, that segment was almost kind of necessary too. Like, because like it
Yeah.
really made you be like, okay, fuck him. Good for her.
That was it.
Yeah.
That's what I needed because like if everything that had happened before, like yes, he said some really stupid and disturbing things, but there was nothing that made this feel like a real storyline or a real kind
Yeah.
of thing where she needed to be. It just felt kind of hokey. That made it to where this ending was good.
It was good. So Booker wins, and like honestly, him and Sharmell look like they have been through hell after the match, which like in a way, yeah. Like
Mhm.
I actually like it. Actually, like it was. eh, I did like how distressed they looked and how like we made it through this. Like they kind of looked too.
Which you should, because you just went
Yeah.
through a very traumatic experience. This guy is trying to literally abuse your wife, and you're having to defend her. And literally is talking about how to destroy you in a professional fight environment at the same. Yeah, like
Yeah.
that's the pose that needed to happen. So while I'm not glad that it went down the way that it did, I am pretty grateful for that random little scene because it made this a good conclusion.
Absolutely. Yeah. It definitely it tied everything up nicely. So yeah, but so
Now let's
Charmel
tie it up and put it in a box and never do anything
never
like
have to
that
see
again.
this again.
Yes.
Please. But this was a good storyline though too, to in a way to establish Charmel as a character moving forward because she sticks around. She's going to be like Booker T's manager for the rest of his WWE career. And I think like it starts to give Charmel a little bit more of an identity too, as like
Yeah.
as opposed to just being like Booker T's wife, like start to show some personality, start to show more of who she is as a person. Cause she's a fun character, like once we get more of her.
Yeah.
My only thing is I wish we got to see her interact with more of the women because I don't think we get a ton of that.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, there's not
Yeah.
too many for her to really do anything with.
No, but like I would like some backstage segments and stuff would have been cute.
Yeah.
Like so anyway, but yeah, but adore Charmel. Happy the storyline is over. So
Yeah.
hopefully. I actually don't know. So
I hope so. We're banking on it being over.
we're banking on it being over. I mean, all right. All right. Well, that is an amazing week of action. But I know
I
Joey has some
know.
great figure this
Figure this.
stuff to go over. So
Yes,
let's
but
segue into
also,
that.
yeah, that was probably the longest coverage we've done in a
And
minute.
wait,
We
really though, because well, I think this is the week though they kind of woke up with the women.
Yeah.
They've been SmackDown has had their thing down with like kind of like Sharmell and Melina stuff for a little bit. The other girls, they're like, oh, whatever, we'll figure it out eventually. But Raw really like propelled Lita this week. They found like a segment to use the other women for. They finally found a place for Stacy. So like, because
We're
Stacy's been
getting there.
floundering. Yeah,
Mhm.
we're getting there. So it's the women from the Diva Search are starting to, I think, find their place
Yeah.
within the company, which is great. So we have gone through what I feel is the hardest time of the
Yeah,
show.
and now we get to
So
restart all again with the next Diva Search. So.
yeah. So, but this next one is such a mess. I'm so excited for it.
I'm very excited.
All right. Well, let's talk about Figure This.
Figure
I know
this.
you got some great pickups down in Florida.
Yes, and oh my goodness, can you Google the name of that store for me? Because my brain,
Is it
I wrote it.
SVW Vintage?
It's SVW Vintage. Well, Vintage is the V, so it's something Vintage Wrestling, and the something is not the S.
Hold on. It's Suplex Vintage Wrestling.
Suplex Vintage
Suplex.
Wrestling. Yeah, that's it. Yes, it's down in Orlando. I know they were up in Philly before, right?
Yeah, they actually so they opened the location down there when the other one was still open. But yeah, the one here closed pretty recently, which is
Oh
kind of
no.
sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, they closed in April. Yeah. So,
But I
which
mean,
is
like,
so sad. Yeah.
Orlando is the place to have that. No
Oh
lie.
yeah.
Just
For sure, for sure. Well, I think they opened here like shortly before when WrestleMania was here, so like they kind of wrote off that for a little, which sucks too because they had some cool stuff. They had like pay-per-view watch parties and sometimes like meet and greets with people and stuff. But the thing is too, like, well, they were on South Street, which is a crazy busy tourist street in Philly, and wrestling's still not as mainstream. But so if you're like a wrestling fan, awesome, this is so fun. But yeah,
well, it was a lot of fun. The place that it's in down there is called Desertland, which is this giant like theme park indoor thing. It's really cool.
cool.
Yeah. But once I went in there, they knew who I was, so that was really cool.
Oh, I love that.
Yes, and we pitched a lot of ideas. One of the ideas I haven't even told you yet, which was, hey, what if you wanted to film a podcast in the store? Which I was like,
Hell yeah.
maybe. Yes. So there were some talks, but there's a whole giant figure wall. So I went in there trying to find what I couldn't find, and I found some amazing figures for so cheap. They cut me a discount because they're like, wrestler, let's do this. Um, so I got 5 figures. One was just a pickup from a friend that was down there. So I'll go over that one first, but it's the new Elite Zoe.
Love it.
Yeah, she's cool. I like her. The
Why are
jacket's the best part,
the,
to be honest.
the knees, are they bendable?
Yes,
Like
they are. Odd thing though, the knee brace came as something I had to put on her.
it wasn't on her already? That's so
No.
weird.
Yeah, that's different, right? Which
Yeah.
not a bad different, but like different. But here's what I got from Suplex Vintage Wrestling, and I'll give you the option of the 4. So I'm gonna give you code name. Have you already seen what I got?
No, I actually haven't.
Okay. Do you want something iconic, something crazy, something legendary, or something tiny?
Let's do crazy first.
Crazy. Then we're about to have some fun with Nikki. I got Nikki
Oh, she's
Cross.
cute.
Right? I
Oh,
like
I love
it.
it.
I wish there was a bit more detail because this is like a vest, not a tank top. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm
Still very cool.
it's really cool
I
because
forgot
like
she had like another figure like that.
and there's a chase version of this figure that's blue. But this is cool because there's no other Nikki Cross from like the Bliss tag team
The Bliss,
era.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
very cool.
Yeah. So glad to have her. Okay. Do you want tiny legendary or did I say iconic?
Yeah, let's do tiny. I
Tiny.
love a tiny moment.
I got a little Nyla Rose micro
Oh,
brawler.
I love micro brawlers. They're so fun.
I love it. You know what I like really a lot on her is I like her hair. I don't know why. The
It's cute.
print of her hair on this, I'm a big fan of. I don't know.
It's
But
cute.
she's cute. They actually just tossed this in the bag for free for me, which was cool.
Oh, that was very nice. Let's
Yeah.
do iconic next.
Iconic. This is the figure that I gagged over. I still have the box, didn't rip it when I opened it, so she's completely mint. Well, I mean she's open, but she's mint. But
Yeah.
like I finally got this page.
Oh my god, what a good get. That's one of her best figures.
I think this is her best figure. Like
Yeah.
hands down, bar none. Like, are you ready? Look at the detail on the back of this. Like,
Wow.
it's so good. Like, I love this figure. And like, honestly, this face sculpt and like detail, look at it. It looks
It's really
just like
good. That looks just like her. That's a really great figure.
it's so good. God, I'm so excited to have this one.
I love
Like,
that era of Paige too, so I'm happy they made a figure of her from that era.
yeah, her
Like,
return era.
yeah.
Yeah.
And what is your legendary get?
Well, Tony Storm's not gonna like it because it's Wendy Bloody Richter.
Oh my god! Oh my god, she looks so good. I actually haven't seen like this figure like in like not a picture of like the mock photos or whatever. This looks so good.
Yeah, I got her for pretty cheap because she's missing her accessories, which I think are just sunglasses, maybe a jacket. But maybe like,
I think that's it. But she sounds kind of cool.
I know. It's just something about having like these kind of retro women, like when her and Alundra came out, and I've got my Sherry and Elizabeth. Just, I know Sherry and Elizabeth did get figures, but like I never thought I'd have like a Wendy Richter figure. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I never thought they would make that. She's kind of in that league of like, I don't know if I'll ever get a Bull Nakano figure. You know what I mean? So like to have her, I loved it. As soon as I saw her, I was like, yes!
Oh my god, I love it. Yes. Well, those are some really great gets, and thanks SVW for hooking Joey up.
Yes, thank you, SVW. We will definitely love to come and do whatever we down there because it was so cool. They were just like, here, take pictures buying figures. And I was like, okay, this is my shit. Let's go.
I love it. I love it. Well, Joey, where can people find you to see more of your upcoming figure gets and all of your good stuff going on?
Just go to Instagram, Joey_Mayberry. There's all the links under there, including my link tree. Just go follow all of it because it's toys, it's wrestling, it's theme parks, it's craziness. And before we hopped on here to record, I just dropped a little teaser for my upcoming revamp for my YouTube channel. So go check that out.
Ooh, yes, excited. You guys can follow me at Jake Isn't Jacob on Instagram. And guys, be sure if you are coming up to any prides, we're gonna be at World Pride at like circle party things, whatever. But then also we're doing a little drag queen tour. We're gonna be in Wilton Manors Pride with QK Plus with Trinity the Tuck. We're gonna be in Chicago Pride at Sidetrack, not at the Pride Festival, but at Sidetrack, which is like within the Pride Festival, but like it's a gay bar. But we're gonna have Selena S10E5 and Estides and Laganja Estranja on Saturday, the June.
Yes, go on.
20th or 21st, I don't know. And then Sunday, that Sunday of that, we're gonna have Alaska Thunderfuck. Making the signage for that was like such a treat. And then the end of the month, in June, Manila Luzon is gonna be with us in New York Pride. So look out for us and come by. Free meet and greets with all these drag queens. So you guys should definitely come by and meet them. If you have any questions, message me. Be sure to follow our show, Golden Era _pod on Instagram and our store and YouTube. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Leave us a review. 5 stars is the only acceptable option. And Joey, anything else?
Not for me, but somebody else wanted to say something.
But who?
Bye.
Paige here. Have a golden week, everyone.